Can we use API ChatGPT Images 2? Yes. I haven't set it up with the API yet, but yes, we will be able to. I've got image and vision, create images. So GPT -image -2. So we can do it. We can use it. So they release that at exactly the same time as well. So we have a new endpoint, so we can set this up. So I will be setting up some of these for my own processes later today for sure, because it's a really good model. Pricing. Let's have a look at pricing though. Not something I really covered. So it depends on the quality. Ooh, wow, that goes up a lot. So low quality 1024 by 1024 is 196 output tokens. High quality takes you to 7,000. That's a hell of a jump. What we need to do is calculate the cost though, because here we go. They've done it for us, thank God. GPT Image 2, a low quality image, 1024 by 1024 is $0.006. So pretty cheap if you're doing low quality. A high quality image, we'd have to check out the difference, we'd have to see that visually, is 21 cents. So that's not cheap. That is pretty expensive. Just trying to think what Nano Banana is. I did do the research before, but again, it depends on so many factors. It depends on resolution, it depends on how much thinking effort's required and the quality as well. So I need to do some additional analysis to work out the exact difference in cost between Nano Banana and GPT-2. That said, this will be their entry price and it will probably come down. Whenever these models come out, they're always at a certain price, and then that will slowly over time come down, especially when they release GPT Image 3 or whatever the equivalent is. But right now, 21 cents per high image, 1024, it's not cheap, but it depends what you are using it for. But if you can get away with that low, 0.006 per image, then you can do a lot of work with that, a lot of work. I will be testing on the API, and I'll probably do another presentation on how you can hook it into your workflows. It's a little bit more technical. So for today, I just wanted to show. I'm looking to switch my Nano Banana Pro API to OAI 2. Oh, it's Lara, but need to test more. Yeah, it's just come out. So we need to test and see what works for us. But based on these preliminary tests, I'm impressed. It's done some really cool things. I'm especially impressed by this LinkedIn carousel. So I'm going to spend a few hours today putting together a LinkedIn carousel generator, because I'd done something similar with Nano Banana before. But there's that final 10% problem where it does something that is 90% of the way there, but it's not quite there. And then I spent more time fixing it than if I had just done it manually. So it was very good. But I think that LinkedIn carousels, Instagram carousels, that is now a solved problem, which is exciting. It's more expensive on the API than Gemini. Yes. Yeah, it will be. Nano Banana is pretty cheap for what it is, honestly. Obviously, we need to back-to-back test low, medium, and high. We do indeed, but we can't, I'm pretty sure we can't do it from here. We can adjust the thinking effort, but we can't, we'd have to do it in the API. I could probably do it in the playground as a test. Ideally, I'll get an application set up today, which allows me to set the effort level and to generate images. And then I'll be able to show you low, medium, high, because until we see them, it's kind of hard to tell what that means. But that pricing difference between them is significant, very significant. I want to migrate from Lovable Cloud to somewhere else. So Lovable Cloud is actually Supabase in the background. So I'm not sure the exact way to do it right now, because Lovable Cloud is great because it allows you to get your project running really fast, extremely fast. So if I can log in from a setup and a beginner's point of view, it's fantastic. And I think they've done a really good job. Getting out of it is a bit of a pain. I've got WordPress 4.7. So generally what you're going to do is from a project. Let me find a test project, pull this one up. What you're going to do first is connect to GitHub, sync your project two-way with GitHub to collaborate source. You're going to connect to GitHub, and that will allow you to get your code base out, because then you can connect that same GitHub to Claude Code, Codex, whatever you want to use. For the backend though, the cloud, that's going to be a bit more difficult. Oh, I haven't enabled cloud on this one. I know that it works in Supabase. I don't know how you get into your Supabase from Lovable Cloud, but if you can do that, then you should be able to move your information out into your own Supabase or wherever you want to be. But I don't know the exact way. Can I migrate my project from Supabase to cloud? No, we want the other way around. Can I change my mind after adding cloud to a project? No. Once you've connected your project to cloud, you can't revert the change or disconnect the project from the cloud. Can I export my cloud project to Supabase? This is technically possible since you own the code in GitHub, but not straightforward. So we have the code in GitHub, but that's different to the backend, which is in Supabase. We're looking at making this easier. For more information, see self-hosting, run your Lovable Cloud project everywhere. So I would start here. So you own your code, you own your data. It doesn't tell you exactly how to get it out of Supabase. We support migrating to manage Supabase and self-hosted Supabase. It's not telling me exactly how to do it though. I don't think they're making it easy. So I'd go and look through their documentation, and basically you need a dump of your database, and then you move that into your own Supabase or Firebase account. The costs and charges are not clear on the cloud. Yeah, I agree. I think Lovable's great. I think they're a wonderful company. I visited them last year in Stockholm. I think they're doing really cool things. I still think it's one of the best ways to get started with vibe coding. Their pricing around cloud is a little bit tricksy, because this is all you see. You see this, like, do you want to enable it? And it's like, oh, you're going to get built-in backends, and you can add LLM and free to start, pay as you scale. They don't give you that much information about what that entails. I guess there's a read more here, but then you're in here. Here we go. Cost-effective, usage-based. So you just have to click through 2 different pages. And especially if you've just started vibe coding and you're like, I don't know what any of this means. And now suddenly you're on this, you're expected to come to this usage-based cloud and AI pricing to read around and work this out. And it doesn't even tell me what the charges are. Here we go. Cloud cost. Oh, this is some examples. I think it's a bit tricky. I don't know how they could better explain that, but most people, especially people who are starting out in vibe coding, starting out building their first project, they see this image here and they're like, yep, cool, click. And then they get to where you are right now, which is like, my project's doing quite well. I'd like to move it somewhere where I'm not incurring so much cost. And then it becomes a lot trickier. So there is definitely a friction there. How much of that is intentional? How much of it is just, it's quite hard to communicate this stuff, especially when people are starting out? I don't know. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully the YouTube version will be a lot cleaner. So if you do want to see the clean version, make sure you subscribe for the newsletter, because the actual guide and all of those visual examples will go in the newsletter, so you can look through them, and hopefully it can inspire you to use Images 2.0 in your own business. Make sure you're subscribed. You can subscribe at aiwithkyle.com. It is totally free. Come here, then join the community, and you'll be able to subscribe for free. And also make sure you're subscribed over on YouTube. I am Kyle Balmer, where you're going to be getting the edited, cleaned up version of the YouTube as well. Thank you so much, everybody, and I will see you